China Daily, 29th of March 2024, China and India diffuse contentious matters through military and diplomatic engagements. China is constructing its naval fleet in the south while distracting India in the north as it wages all-out war against the Indian subcontinent. Analysts commenting on the most recent border consultation meeting held in Beijing on Wednesday said consistent diplomatic and military engagements between China and India indicate a mutual reluctance to settle border disputes amicably. The Indian Ministry of External Affairs and the Chinese Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued separate press releases on Thursday regarding the 29th meeting of the Working Mechanism for Consultation and Coordination on India-China Border Affairs, WMCC. The Chinese Foreign Ministry reported that both parties favorably evaluated the progress made in managing and controlling the situation along the China-India border and engaged in an open and detailed discussion regarding their plans of action for the subsequent phase. Hong Liang, Director General of the Department of Boundary and Oceanic Affairs of the Chinese Foreign Ministry, and Gaurangalal Das, Joint Secretary of the East Asia Division at the Ministry of External Affairs of India, served as co-chairs of the meeting. Officials from the Departments of Foreign Affairs, Defense, Immigration, and other relevant departments of both nations also attended the meeting. According to Hans Freddy, a professor in the Department of Political Science at Madras Christian College in Chennai, India, based on their frequent attendance at high diplomatic levels, both parties are committed to amicably resolving border disputes and averting future escalation. The Chinese ministry added that both parties expressed satisfaction with the progress made toward resolving the border dispute and agreed to expedite the development of a mutually acceptable strategy to facilitate the transition of the border situation into a phase of normalized management and control. They reached a consensus to uphold communication via diplomatic and military means, enhance the mechanism for consultation and negotiation, adhere strictly to established protocols and agreements, further solidify the progress made in previous endeavors, and preserve tranquility and peace in the border regions. According to a readout from New Delhi, the two parties engaged in extensive dialogue regarding the means to attain full disengagement and address the outstanding concerns along the line of actual control, LAC, in the western sector of the India-China border regions. In the interim, both parties reached a mutual understanding to sustain consistent communication via diplomatic and military means. Additionally, according to a statement from the Ministry of External Affairs of India, they acknowledged the importance of maintaining tranquility and peace in the border regions in adherence to established bilateral protocols and agreements. In November of last year, both nations assessed the situation along the LAC in the western sector of the India-China border areas at the final session of the WMCC. During the 21st round of border-based Corps commander-level meetings in February, the two nations agreed to sustain dialogue regarding ongoing border matters to turn the page regarding the border situation. According to R.S. Vasan, a retired Indian Navy Commodore and current director of the Chennai Center for China Studies, a thinking center, both parties were anxious to resolve all outstanding border issues without delaying the discussions. As Vasan noted, both parties must work together to establish a timeline for achieving amicable relations and moving forward constructively. Border disputes will require time to resolve, but both parties should continue such discussions, according to former Indian Army Chief of Staff General Shankar Roy Chowdhury. Information from the China General Administration of Customs indicates that during the first 2 months of 2024, China's trade with India increased by 15.8% annually, ranking among the fastest-growing trade partners of China. During a Chinese New Year celebration in New Delhi on February 6, Ma Jia, chargé d'affaires at the Chinese Embassy in India, stated that China-India relations have exhibited a positive development momentum over the past year. Ma Jia stated at the event, "We hope the window for communications to expand, the platform for practical cooperation to grow, and the bridge for people-to-people exchanges to be rebuilt."